Why hello there, my name is Tonton Bidon and we are back to the Sunless Skies. Last time we did the tutorial, so to sum it up, the former captain of the Orpheon, Captain Whitlock, led us to the Blue Kingdom, where she did God knows what, and then we came back to this region, which is called the Reach. In the Blue Kingdom she had contracted some kind of eldritch disease, and she deceased because of it. We inherited the Orpheon, the locomotive. Locomotive. It's gonna be hard for me to stop pronouncing it that way, as weird as it may seem. And, well, we had to lead the Orpheon to New Winchester, the main station of this region. And, well, now we have a bunch of leads as for what we can do. I've got some notes which I can pull up here. So what's written there is that we have on board a horological grill that we need to lead to Port Prosper. We don't know where that is. We have some questline for the incautious driver who needs to go to the well, which should be to the northwest. And more pressingly, we have a prospect for Burden Seeds, which we could get at Port Haven, east of here, and then sell at Magdalene's, southeast. That's what we're gonna go for. I checked our fuel and supplies, we set up that properly last time, so we can just go. In the map here there's that pass, which was locked for the tutorial. I think it should be open now. I just sent the scout away. If there's anything nearby, we should find it. Okay, so there's some kind of... What is that? That's a sign, I don't know. There's something there. It's not on our way at all. Okay, so we have to go roughly east of New Winchester. There's some kind of current there. The sky closes, its cold shows about you. Water freezes in the pipes. Engineers scurry to and fro with boiling kettles. Is Port Haven a cold place? I just hope I'm going in the right way. It said east. The Bunny Shepherds. I'm gonna send the scout away. So sending the scout away costs a lot of supplies, which is why I am not spamming it. He's got nothing to say. That can't be good. We are uncovering the map, which is useful, but we have a limited number of fuel supplies and money to buy some back. Which is why I'm a bit worried that we are not finding the place right away. Oh. Oh, there's no way there. And that's not a way out of here, that's just a back end. I don't know how far I am expected to travel east. Perhaps it could be there, but that seems a bit too close. Or perhaps I should go further east. I think I'll try going further east. Okay, some kind of event just popped. The stopped clock. The fastidious inspector, that would be the horological grill, approaches you in the galley. Captain, good day. I noticed your ship's clock had stopped. Perhaps you'd permit me to repair it. She has a little case of tools and a hopeful expression. Of course, we permit it. You prefer things to be right more than twice a day. An opportunity for conversation. She gives a grateful flicker of a smile and sets to work. Soon she has the back off the clock and has spread tiny cocks across the galley table. Obscure horological tools gleam brassily among them. Everything has a place. I appreciate the opportunity to keep myself busy. Staring too long at the stars is harmful to the temperament. Okay. The fastidious inspector has a round face, brown eyes and short, dark hair. She gives the impression of being perpetually busy. We can inquire about her work, discuss the reach, compliment her skills, or bid her a good evening. She doesn't seem like the kind that would like flattery too much. She seems a bit strict. So let's maybe talk about something else first. What are the duties of an agent of the horological office? She sniffs. It is of fundamental importance that 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in one corner of the Empire occurs at the same time as 10 o'clock of the 2nd of June on the 2nd of June, jeez, in the opposite corner. How is an empire to function if it can't agree what day it is? Unfortunately, the process is complicated by the fact that time is less reliable than it was. The hours trade has seen to that. Right, I seem to remember hours being a currency. Something you can extract and then sell. Ask for news of London. Ask about the hours trade. Let's ask about the trade. We've heard the Empress awards her favorites with gifts of years to extend their lives. Okay, that's why there's a commerce around it. And that you can become rich mining for hours to satisfy London's hunger for them. Oh, hours have more uses than that. We use them to increase the efficiency of work worlds, to speed journeys to distant regions, to resolve overcrowding in prisons. I failed to grasp the last one. How would hours... You give hours to the prisoners so that, I don't know, maybe 1 year feels like 10? Huh. It does make my life more difficult when time knots and stretches like wool on the loom. More difficult, but more vital. Her Majesty seized the great trove of them when she assumed the throne of hours. And now even more have been found in reach. Miners dig them from the ground. She looks momentarily wistful. I hope someday to retire with a modest pension of years myself, to prolong the better part of my retirement. I sure hope I had that option. Let's compliment her now that she's opened a bit. Her hands are deft and sure. She polishes, she cleans, she reassembles. Thank you, she says. A small, embarrassed silence. That's not a bad sign. Maybe we'll get on her good side. Discuss the reach, the wide frontier. A sunless domain, but impossibly verdant, with gargantuan vines, cathedral-sized bronzewoods, and livid fungal archipelagos. It has an uncouth splendor, but I miss Albion, and the steady light of the clockwork sun. Okay, that's a new element of context. These sunless reaches are so misty and quiet, she poses, but critical. The territories here are rich with raw hours. Well, I think you've already told us that. And enough vegetation grows on them to feed the whole of London, even if some of it is a dubious shape. I was thinking about bashing the British over their taste on food, but I will refrain from that. Right, let's discuss the suns. What happened to the Reach's sun? And London has a man-made sun. How did Her Majesty defeat the old one? How the fuck do you defeat a sun? We fought and we won. It's not my area of expertise, I'm afraid. The suns made the law, they say. Now Her Majesty makes it. As for the Reach's sun, she looks through the window at the lightless, stirring mists. I don't know. Do suns grow old? Do they die of natural causes? I think that would probably be better than the alternative, wouldn't it? The alternative would be that it died of unnatural causes, or that it is hidden somewhere. Okay, let's ask for news of London. The seat of the empire lies in the Fort of Albion, where a man-made sun burns in the sky. Another sun blazed there once before Her renewed Majesty conquered it. London sits in her coat of smoke. Courtiers squabble at the foot of the throne of hours, hoping to receive endowments of years. Meanwhile, hard-working civil servants labor to ensure everything runs as it should. Was there a touch of archness there? Archness. I can guess at what the word means, but I haven't found it anywhere before. All is normal. I miss her though. There is no city like London in all the skies. And Albion is very different from the Reach. Much more civilized. Right. We've not discussed the Winchester War. The Reach is torn by discontent between London loyalists and the more independent settlers. There are those who feel that London is a long way away and that they do a better job, that was tough to pronounce, of governing themselves. The frontier attracts independent spirits. We call them tacketies. For the hobnail boots that are so practical out here. Hobnail. London, unsurprisingly, disagrees. The Windward Company earnestly represents Her Majesty's interests in the region, sometimes very earnestly indeed. The Tacketies. Should I pronounce the T here or not? Tacketies, Tacketies. This all feels very British, and the sound T feels more British than American, so I guess I go for the more British pronunciation. The Tacketies call London's loyalists stovepipes. For our hats, I suppose. She avoids looking at you. And you, Captain, where do your sympathies lie? I did not expect to have to pick a side so early. Not that I think this conversation will be too meaningful for what happens next, but I would expect the... What was her title again? Fastidious Inspector to side heavily with London and the Queen. She is a state worker after all. Also, let's remember who we are. I cannot access this menu. I remembered picking some ministry auditor, right? Ministry auditor working for the information office, where we had to deform the truth and spread slightly wrong information. So I guess we are siding with London, except They accused us of madness, and we were not crazy in the slightest. Right, let's pretend we are with London, though I'm not sure we are. With London, you remember your heritage and the Queen who led you to the skies. Glad to hear it, she says. Well, she can't really say anything else, even if she thinks otherwise. Alright, I think we have exhausted that dialogue. Bid her a good evening, you've work to do. And to you, Captain. I think I shall make a cup of tea. Oh, how British. I've noticed we exhaust supplies much faster than we exhaust fuel. But I still think we have to send the scout away because we don't have a lead. It found nothing? It's our first expedition. We were given a direction, yet we are lost. They're low on supplies. Yeah, no shit. I think we've gone more than far enough from New Winchester. Oh, the dialogue from the scout coming back had to do with the cult. Perhaps couldn't find anything due to it being cult, or perhaps, since it has a bit of a character, did it just not appreciate being in the cult and did not do a proper job because of that? I could definitely see that. Okay, go again. Find something. Oh, Jesus. What? Oh, yeah. I thought it was written, it has found nothing, but actually it has found something, which is so much better.
Alright.
Well, the skies are quite empty, I must say. Cold and empty. They're beautiful though. Magdalene's a place of peace, contemplation and rest. The driver twitches miserably. This is Magdalene's. We were supposed to get there after Port Haven. Still better than nothing. New port, Captain. Your crew crowd to the windows. Magdalene's is the closest thing many skyfarers have to a home. It offers services to alleviate the strain of a life spent too close to the stars. There's a house of small comforts, the oniric chambers, and the solace chambers. We can treat our nightmares or our terror. I don't know that we have either of these. What are our other options? There are shops. The bazaar and an exchange. Bazaar is for prospects. Right. So we could sell our things here. And here we could buy souls. But we don't know that we'd be able to sell them anywhere. Okay. At some point I will figure the right commands for stuff. Beatrice's exchange. Oh, she sells souls. So we could get them for cheaper at the bazaar. Well, we need supplies. Do we even have the means to buy supplies? 123. If we do that, we can't do the prospects, and then we have no way to earn money back. So at this point, we'd just be burning money. Maybe we can buy one stack of supplies. I'm afraid we don't have too much of a choice, actually. Ah, let's do that. That was not the right button. Okay, and the captain's talked about writing some reports for ports. I don't know where I can, maybe here? First option. Magdalene's house of small comfort. Comfort. Yeah. Pronunciation, sometimes I'm not too sure of. The glass spires of Magdalene's pierce the clouds like swords. Shadowed figures can be seen moving through the gleaming corridors, their identities obscured by the hued glass. Crowds of skyfarers, ministry officials and merchants mill about the forecourt, in varying degrees of distress. All watch the clocks set in the great clock tower, waiting for their appointed hour. We can speak with attendant, write a port report. What is that requirement? Having no report. Having no therapeutic encounters. Well, let's first write a port report. Magdalene's is a popular destination. Someone will no doubt be interested to know how things are here, and who has been seen here. Magdalene's is abuzz with activity. Barely has the clock chimed than a clamour goes up at the front desk. Guests rushing to and from appointments. Lord, redacted, was seen in conversation with the amenable host. The east wing was closed for general access all day. A certain distinguished admiral was seen with his second-in-command entering one of the chambers of regret. Several guests succumbed to an excess of sentimentality and were forcibly removed. Okay, and we can then sell port reports at Victory Hall and Company House, which I think is what the scout uncovered right as we left New Winchester. Right, well, let's just do the other options. Speak with an attendant or seek a meeting with the amenable host. Well, if he's amenable, there may be business to discuss with them. Unfortunately, the host has many calls on that time, and you have yet to become a known face around these parts. Perhaps once you have availed yourself of the services, they will have time to speak. Okay. Well then, let's speak with the attendant. The staff at Magdalene's promised treatments for the deleterious effects of the high wilderness. Loneliness, desperation, folly, regret, love. Oh, how deleterious an effect indeed. An attendant in the foyer schedules appointments with the aid of a hefty daybook and a very accurate clock. They are eager to explain the procedures and rules that govern here. This is a hospital for the spirits. Our staff will become the person you need. Here you may say farewell to a doomed comrade, resurrect an old love, spar with a defeated enemy, all for a fair price. But do not overindulge. Our services are to heal, not to become an addiction. The amenable host strides past, ignoring the crowd of admirers that follows him through the hallways. Is he some kind of guru? Observe guests going in for treatment. Some smile, others weep. One lady has a terrible gleam in her eye, another a recording device. A trio of guests is going in together, all dark-haired and straight-backed. Yes, I know it's not the real thing, but I lacked a sense of closure. The tall woman says. What rot? Barks the short woman next to her. You want to argue over the will again? Okay. That's a funny situation. Where was I? I have told you once, I am not giving up the spoons based on the charlatans say so. Do be quiet, please, the one man says. I, for one, am more than happy to hear again why I was lumbered with the third best wardrobe. The scream of a boiling kettle, the attendants are on break. Is it gonna be the same dialogue? No. An elderly grand dame is haranguing an attendant. Yes, but where is my husband? That gentleman was most assuredly not he. Hushed murmuring follows, interrupted by a loud cry. No, I did not misunderstand the rules. He's joined your staff. She definitely misunderstood the rules. Is there more? No. Is it just random? The Skyfarer clutches a basket of chocolates to him. I hope it's alright. They don't normally allow this sort of thing, but he is my own father. He coughs, mindful of the amenable host's pointed stare. In a fashion? Okay, yeah, they all misunderstand the damn rules. The oniric chamber, or the soulless chamber, with nightmares. I got something from the cantankerary. Was it a nightmare? Can I... Possessions. What was that? No, it was an uncanny specimen. Oh, I can see my passenger here. Okay. For some cases of sleepless nights lost in formless terror, of persistent night terrors and lucid dreams, more severe treatments are required. In these sombre chambers of red and gold painted glass, the worst failings of the heart are treated. An attendant waits to take your details and your payment. He asks only that you request the name of the person you wish to treat you. Your mother or her renewed majesty? What's she doing in my nightmares? Here you can reduce your nightmares before they get worse. So they are a proper mechanic in the game. Okay. As for the soulless chambers, the skies are full of terrible wonders. All skyfarers see more than they should when they sail the sunless sky. The sound of soft laughter and the occasional sob echo through the stained glass walls of the treatment chambers. An attendant sits guard before the door. I'll just need to ask for the particulars. We will always alleviate your fears, but the method is at your discretion. We do have one option open because of our uncanny specimen. Request treatment for personal failing. Yours is a faceted soul with several showy flaws coursing through it. This will provide a unique encounter and lower your terror. Okay, so at any point if we have a terror issue, we can come here. Okay. I think we have exhausted our options here, so let's just go.